Hey everybody, Jay Privman along with Marty McGee. We put together the Derby Watch Top 20 every week here at DRF.com. Marty, let's take a look at our current Top 20 list with particular focus on the two horses that are the newcomers to our Top 20, and those are the 1-2 finishers from last week's Louisiana Derby, Wells Bayou and New York Traffic. Your thoughts on those two colts and how they ran the other day?
Well, Jay, I thought they ran great. I mean, other than the fact that trainer Mark Casse, who trained the fifth place finisher Enforceable, said it was pretty much a merry-go-round race in that they didn't really change position much after the start. So Florent Giroux, using the same kind of tactics he has with Ete Indian and the Fountain of Youth, went straight to the lead, got his mount to relax. He was first all the way, and New York Traffic gave closest chase the rest of the way, and nobody else really changed much position. So I think going forward, this race would have obviously had a far greater impact on the Kentucky Derby if it were to be run on May 2nd, but as we all know, it's going to be run another 4 months later. So a lot of them are just trying to figure out what to do next. And 5 months hence, when we're looking back at this race, I don't know exactly how much impact it might have.
Yeah, there's so many questions to answer between now and the first Saturday in September. You're right, the pace of this race really was advantageous to the top two finishers. It was a much softer pace than what Wells Bayou had set in his previous race at Oaklawn, and he was able to lead them on a merry chase. Marty, let's talk about the three other horses from this race who are in our top 20, and that's the 3, 4, and 5 place finishers. Modernist, who finished third, he was never worse than fourth, so he certainly took advantage of the race shape. But then you've got Major Fed, who was out the back early in 14th place and finished up fourth, and Enforceable, who finished fifth. Your thoughts on the 3, 4, and 5 place finishers coming out of the Louisiana Derby?
Well, I thought Modernist pretty much validated his Risen Star effort. He did have a tough post. He broke from post 14. So he's pretty much, he belongs in our top 20 for sure with the way that, again, he validated his effort in his prior start. Major Fed was the only one really to make up appreciable ground, having come from 14th all the way to 4th. He was in a photo for 3rd. I thought that he made further progress. I'm sure that Greg Foley, like a lot of the Kentucky guys, are trying to figure out what to do next. They're talking about maybe running him like so many of these other horses in the Arkansas Derby, but that's not for sure. And then what's beyond that? And then Enforceable, Mark Casse is electing to ship him back to Ocala. At one point, Mark was really excited because he thought Enforceable had an edge on the rest of his class in terms of fitness. But, by September, they're all going to catch up in that regard. So a lot of unknown questions as we move forward from this race into the Florida Derby and others, Jay.
That is certainly so, Marty. Enforceable is a horse I've been really high on, and I think the race was against him the other day in terms of the pace. But I would have liked to have seen him finish that race off a little bit better than he did. He was better placed early on than Major Fed, and Major Fed went by him down the stretch. So looking for a bounce back from Enforceable the next time we see him in the afternoon. But where that'll be and when that'll be, like many that we're trying to track on this Derby watch list, who knows what that'll be. But we can assure you that whatever the developments are, you'll find out about them all here at DRF.com. There's a big race coming up this weekend. That is the Florida Derby. Stay tuned here for another video. Marty and I will preview the Florida Derby and all the horses on our Derby watch list who are in that race. For Marty McGee, I'm Jay Privman. Thanks for watching.